All right, so you're starting with a blank map, and we want to put some earthquake data on there. So we open up another tab, and we search for USGS earthquakes. When you search for USGS earthquakes, notice it's earthquakes, not earthquake. You want to click on earthquakes, and then right over here, you want to click on magnitude 2.5 earthquakes, and this will bring us to the data sets that we need. Remember, this is just a simple three-tiered web page. Spreadsheet data over here, spreadsheet data linked to the map display over here. Zoom it all the way out so you can see the entire planet. And then just a table of contents over here. And for this exercise, we're going to take the 1 day magnitude 2.5 worldwide. We're going to go over to download, and we're going to download those as a CSV. And since we're working in Google Chrome, it puts the download right there. But while we're here, go ahead and get 7 days 2.5. And you'll notice there's a lot of earthquakes there. And sure, go ahead and get 30 days 2.5. Whoop, I did not download those, so let me. So I have, you'll see down here, 2.5 day, 2.5 week. And once I get this, 2.5 month. So I now have the 3 files that I need. And I go back to my ArcGIS map and start with 2.5 day. Very simply drag it onto your map. And you'll see you get all of those points. Now, it geocodes them according to magnitude air. We don't want that. We want to show location only. And once our location shows only, we want to change the color of this. Black is, it's a fine color, but we want something a little bit different. So we click on options. We click on symbols. And instead of shapes here, we want basic. And for this is our week, this is our day earthquakes. We're going to pick, let's pick yellow for those. And you guys may have something different. Just have 3 different colors. That's fine. But for this, I'm going to pick yellow, and I'm going to take that up to 20. I'm going to hit OK. And there you can see it changed my symbols. I'm going to click OK. Done. And here again is the problem, right? It just draws the layer as 2. We don't know what 2 means. So we're going to go ahead and rename that layer to earthquakes last 24 hours. Hit OK. There you go. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my week layer, and I'm just going to go through kind of quickly. Following the same steps, but instead of choosing yellow 20, I'm going to choose this kind of light orange 20. Going to go ahead, OK, done. And then obviously I need to rename this one as well. So I'm going to rename it Earthquakes Last Week. Click OK. Good. And then finish it up with my month. Go ahead and bypass this. It says you're going more than 1,000 features. Just say yes, continue adding. It might slow it down just a little bit, but that's fine. Set this to show location. Set this to option symbols. And let's select this dark red one at a 20. Hit OK. Obviously change the name. Again, this is earthquakes past month or earthquakes last month. And there we go. Now here's where your issue is, right? You have 3 sets of earthquakes on here, and it's probably a good idea to save this now. If you already have it saved, you just have to click save. I don't have it saved. I'm going to give it the title Earthquakes 7. Day is a white day. Tag it as earthquake. And save it in your earthquake folder. And there we go. So it's saved now. But as you can see, I only see the earthquakes for the last month. And that has to do with how these layers are drawn. basically you have 3 layers drawn onto this map. Remember we talked about ArcGIS being a taco shell. Well, we now have some filling in this taco shell. The problem is we have one set of filling, earthquakes last month, covering up everything else. So what I want to do is I want to make sure this layer is at the top. And I want to make sure that this last week, I want that order. So now I can actually differentiate between earthquakes of last week, yesterday, last week, or within the last month. And it still gets a little bit confusing. So what I think I might suggest is that orange and red is kind of similar. So I might suggest going back in and changing that color, changing our color maybe to green on that one. And so we can now see that last week is yellow. Last 24 hours is yellow. Last week is green. And last month is red. So what else do we need to do on this? What we need to do on this is we need to add some additional data. I want to add a layer of the Earth's tectonic plates so you can kind of see the relationship between earthquakes and tectonic plates. So I'm going to click on Add, and I'm going to search for layers. These are a bunch of layers that Esri puts up there. Change my organization to ArcGIS Online and search for tectonic plate boundaries. And you get this one, Earth's tectonic plates, or this one. Let's use this one for now. And there are your plates, and we'll save it. And you guys can then see the relationship, or hopefully you would see the relationship. Hopefully you can figure out some relationships between those plate boundaries and earthquakes.